Welcome to Make Possible Bitesize, a weekly podcast brought to you by Ep.2, championing change in publishing, advertising, and beyond. Each episode, we chat to an inspiring guest about their careers, their lives, and how they're making change possible. Let's bite right in.
Hello, everyone. I am Steve Francola. I am head of partnerships at Ep.2. Welcome to the Make Possible Bitesize. It's a podcast series in which inspiring people share how they are championing change and making a real difference in their field. What we do is we ask 3 thought-provoking questions of our guests, and we'll get their answers to you in less than 10 minutes. Today on the show, I am joined by Deborah King, VP Media Activation Paid Social for EMEA at Essence. Hi, Deborah.
Hello, Steve. Hello, everyone.
Also, you sent me a calendar invite earlier where you weren't Deborah, you were Debs. So I'm going to call you Debs.
Yes, please. Unless I make you angry, then you can call me Deborah.
Cool. So Debs, are you looking forward to this session?
Yes, I'm very much looking forward to it. It's a nice break for my day. I can pour myself out some Excel sheets and have some conversation, which is exciting.
Excellent. Is that body double behind you also a good break from the day on occasion?
Yeah, especially with working at home. It's a nice little cardio workout. I can just squeeze in every 10 minutes.
Love it. Well, thanks for joining us. Let's kick off with our first Make Possible question. It's a big one. What are you most proud of?
Oh gosh, it's a very big one, I think. I already had like an answer prepped, but I'll probably go on a tangent. But I think in light of everything that's happened in the last maybe like 3 to 4 months, I think I'm really proud of the fact that I work for a company that really embodies what they stand for, in the sense that they're very much an open company, an open culture where they really want people to come and be the best that they can be, but be who they are. Around about 2 years ago, I started working on leading one of our ERG groups to champion diversity around ethnicity, so Black, Asian, and mixed race individuals. And I think I'm really glad for the fact that we started having this conversation before it was, a spotlight in mainstream media and society. Like our CEO at the time, it was really pushing us to really get to the nuts and bolts of what we were trying to do as an ERG group, and really help us to like have that conversation like openly. It's not always easy talking about ethnicity, but having that support system, having that company that actually practices what they preach, is really amazing. And it also means that we've been able to like make a lot of essentials, that's what we call people that work at Essence, feel a bit more comfortable and a bit more open to be who they are rather than trying to fit in to the company.
Amazing. Cool. So you're kind of working double duty, paid search, and also really leading some important diversity initiatives internally. Great.
Yeah, no, it's exciting. I guess I never thought of it like that, but you're right. It's like a two-prong approach, right? There's the day-to-day job, like leading a team of like around about 40 people, which in itself can be challenging but exciting. Like no day is the same. And I guess another thing that's great about Essence is we have clients that really push us, and we push them as well. So it's almost like you're as good as your last campaign, so to speak. And then trying to like move social change, it's really exciting.
Cool. And apologies, of course, paid social.
It's fine.
Cool. So next question. It's more future facing.
Yeah.
What are you focusing on today to move onward and upward at work?
A lot of the main focus is around driving longevity and like long-term change around some of the initiatives that we're talking about at work. And that's from a culture perspective with the people. So how do we make sure that the spotlight that's being put on Black lives and as a result of that, other like ethnic minority groups, like understanding that the experiences are different and difficult, and sometimes they have been dismissed. Like how do we make sure that we keep that an ongoing conversation? But also one thing that I've been really pushing myself and the company to think about is how does that and what does that look like in our day-to-day work as well. So we already have like a planning approach to make sure we are diverse and inclusive, and we really have like measures in place for that. But there are other things that we can do to push ourselves. So how do we challenge our, like, not even challenge, but how do we make sure that algorithms and tech and tools that we use don't have biases towards that? I don't think there's one straight answer for that, but that's something to like look into and something to challenge the industry on as well.
Love it. So you're really sewing the stuff that you're doing sort of internally, embodying, of course, what needs to be done around diversity, but into the programs that you're ultimately bringing to market on behalf of the brand, and all of those things, really sewing it into the DNA of what Essence executes from in a public sense outside of the company.
Yeah, exactly. Like our media is our bread and butter, and I think a lot of the times in the industry when we think about diversity, it's always through a creative lens, which makes sense because it's what we see. But there's also an element of how we buy and how things are placed and what processes are around there. So it's quite, I guess I'm lucky in a way to be able to like bring together two passion points.
Love it. It's great. So third and final question: what has been your guiding light or philosophy in making things possible?
Oh gosh. What has been my guiding light making things possible? I think for me personally, it's always about not looking at what I can see and what is there, but really standing true to what I believe is right. And almost, and I am very dramatic. So I don't want to be dramatic, but I'm a dramatic person. It's being okay to stand alone sometimes in those convictions, because if you can't see it, sometimes you don't feel it can be possible. But I think for myself, coming up in my career, I didn't always see Black women in leadership roles. And so if I took that mantra, I probably wouldn't be where I am today. And I think that's something that I've held, not just within the social change that I'm doing, but even in the work that I do. So when we work with our partners, it's not just about accepting what's available, but having really creative and innovative conversations with them to see whether we can help them think outside the box. And I've heard time and time again that some of the features that are available and platforms have come through conversations with ourselves and clients.
Love it. So it's not just, I mean, it's making things possible, but it's knowing what's possible and what should be and making it a reality.
Exactly. Yeah. And then being, I guess, not brave, but I guess enjoying the journey of trying to figure out something that hasn't been done before.
Yes. Awesome. Well, that was insightful, Debs. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts with us. I hope that was fun for you, and as fun for you as it was for me.
No, definitely. Thank you for having me.
Great. That leaves me with thanking all the listeners and viewers for tuning into Make Possible Bitesize with us here at Permutive, and of course, Debs at Essence. We'll be back next week with another inspiring guest talking about what they do to champion change, think in exciting new ways, and make a difference. Bye. Thanks, Debs.
Bye.